Say that again. Say that again. What'd you just say?
When biracial, when I was watching this video of this biracial woman breaking things down.
Yeah.
About how she her experience of how she's seen.
Yeah.
And how she views the world. Mm-hmm. And she's like, white women are racist against me. And she's like, and black women are also racist against me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And she's like, I get it. And it's just like, but me, as also being black, what am I? It was like, she's like, where do you expect me to go? Because these white women will never accept me in those spaces.
No.
They don't. And the thing about it is she knows, and she knew this. Mm-hmm. She's like, because I've been in these spaces.
No.
And she's like, no, they don't accept me.
One thing about white women, they are inferior of black women because they know at the end of the day, they are acceptance for white men, but they are not what white men desire and want. So, when you come against a biracial woman that is everything that may look like you and also what a white man may want. Not only are you that, but you're also the black man's acceptance to the white man's world.
They can't control that.
No, I'm not. That's not what I'm saying.
No, I know that. I know
not
that.
What I'm saying. Once again, it is not women that control the world. And the thing about us is one thing about women. We chase stability, comfort, and we need that within men. So that's why we try to attract to men. We do certain things to men. Because at the end of the day, reality. We do not possess the power to control the world, and it's men that do. So one thing about biracials, they are not accepted by Caucasian women because they are actually everything a white man wants. Not only that, you can cross the bridge to acceptance. Because we spoke on power, and we spoke on power with men. And even though they may like to be with black women, that would not they will not be accepted in that environment, in that power structure. But with a biracial female, they can still have that and be able to be accepted in that power dynamic. So that's why Caucasian women are inferior of them. And black women, we need to discuss that. One thing about black women is people don't really understand how intelligent we are and how we're able to read situations because of our trauma and read people. And you need to understand first, we do not subject a lot of our pain on you unless we can depict certain things. And I want to break it down. And I don't want to offend anyone. Number one, when it comes to a biracial woman or male, I need to know if your mother was white or black. Because that does make a difference on how you was raised and who you was raised.
Sometimes. I'm just saying.
No, I did not say minority. Majority. That is what I'm talking to you. Looney, every time you always want to put the certain
I'm not putting a certain
certain circumstances. That's not what I'm talking about.
I'm not talking about circumstances.
Yeah, and I'm not talking about certain circumstances.
What I'm talking about is it was just like if you're gonna sit here and I was like
no, you may have some white women that raise black children who are into the black culture. We're not talking about that.
I'm not talking about.
So and stop interrupting me when I'm giving my example.
I'm not trying to interrupt. I'm not trying to interrupt you.
That's not what I'm talking about.
What I'm saying is, it's just like. My thing is, it's just like, it's a broad brush. It's a broad brush.
It's not a broad brush. Because now I need to break it down to 1 + 1, 2 + 2. First of all, if you have a Caucasian mother, a lot of the times, depending on why Caucasian women are with black men, it's not that they actually love the black culture.
No, you're right.
Yo, a lot of the times they are still inferior of the black women and like that the black men accept them more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right.
Listen, so
you're right.
You want to go deeper, we're not going deeper. So it does depend on who you are raised and nurtured by.
Absolutely.
As a biracial child. It depends.
I get that.
So
I'm not downing
interrupting
that.
me.
I know that.
I want to symbolize it.
No,
it depends on who your mother is, because we are that nurturer.
It takes two people to parent. It does. It takes two people to parent. You both take the responsibility of sexually getting together and creating this child.
That's not what we're talking about. You're going off the subject.
It
takes two to parent. It takes two to parent. And that is true. But one thing about the two to parent is certain things that father offers and certain things that mothers offer. And mothers offer that we're both. But check this out. We offer two different things. We offer, as women, the emotional and nurturing. And as fathers, we offer that strength and that actually guidance into actually assimilating that stuff. So that's not what we're talking about. We're on a different subject with biracial.
No, we're really not. No, we're not.
We are.
Let me say this real quick. The reason
you're talking about the one family you know.
No, I'm not. I'm not talking about them. There's no example here. What I'm saying is that even if there are still people who are raising two people who have made this choice to get together, it's on both parents to make sure their child, especially when you're coming with different cultures, to make sure that they know.
That's not what I'm talking about.
I'm talking about parenting.
You're talking about parenting, but that was never the subject. That was talking about the no, we weren't. We were talking about the disconnection between biracial with white women and black women. We weren't talking about parenting.
We got into parenting.
No.
We did.
No, I was trying to tell you the disconnect. And I was going off on why black women have a disconnect with biracial women. And I said it first starts on the parenting and who their mother was.
I know
we weren't talking about parenting.
I know that though.
So now you're going off to a different subject, and that's not what I'm on.
Okay.
I'm talking exactly.
Okay, go ahead.
You went downstairs and came back upstairs on a different subject. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the disconnect on why maybe black women have a disconnect to biracial women. And I said first it starts off on the mother, the nature, and if they were raised by white mothers or black mothers, and if they have a connection to the black community. Exactly, that's what I say.
The black community does that. We use that as a litmus test. We do.
No.
For biracial people,
let me explain. Stop cutting me off.
I'm agreeing with you.
The reason why is because depending on how the black women, depending on how the white mother has a connection feel about black women.
Yes. You're right.
Okay. Now,
also,
if the biracial is raised by a black woman and it depends on how she's connected to her black culture and feel like how she's disconnected and wants to go ahead and assimilate that part of her. Depending on how the nurturing of the mother of the biracial is, depending on how they will turn out. And that's birth ways. White mother and black mothers. Because we have black women who want to disassociate themselves.
Most black women who are even still married, who have white partners, are still very connected to the black community.
That's not what I was saying.
Okay.
We're, once again,
I'm not
talking on the disconnect between biracials and African Americans
I get you.
and whites. Whites was very simple. You got black in you, you non and void. We're not talking, you're going off subject. We're talking about the disconnect with African Americans and biracials. And I'm breaking it down to you clearly.
Okay.
And very simple. It starts off on your motherly nature. Who you was natured by. And her construct of African Americans. Okay? It starts off first that. Then, but I don't know if we got that part because Looney kept interrupting me. And that's a very crucial part. It depends on who your mother is.
I know that.
Oh,
but I said that to you. I knew that part.
Stop interrupting me because they're not going to get that's what I'm telling you. They're not going to get it. I need to explain it clearly.
Okay.
You get it. It's not for you to get, boo. This is not for you to get. Okay? And when you interrupt, they're not getting the point. Let me explain it. Depends on who your mother is. If your mother is a white mother, if she's connected to the African American community, or if she's not connected to black women on how you raise. Also, if you have a black mother who is disassociated with her black community, does not want to raise black children, or not, as far as biracial, because it's the nurturing. Fathers also have, but it's all on how you're nurtured, because women grow and raise children. We're talking about that. But that's number one with biracials. Number two, you got to understand African Americans. And you got to understand colorism in America.
Yep.
And with colorism in America, no matter what, you're still part of the superior. And I'm not. You still are part of certain privileges that I'm not attained to. And biracials need to understand that. Depending on if you're passing or not. Your hair grade. Everything has everything to do with colorism and how we are ranked in the United States. And you need to understand that it's not purposely, but based off of the construct that you were born in, you automatically suppress certain individuals. Automatically. You need to understand that. It is not your fault. Just like it is not my fault I am born what I am. But you need to understand the construct. We don't live in fantasy. We live in reality. So understand the construct you're born in. When you're born in with a lighter complexion because of colorism.
Yes.
Patriarchy. Colonialism. We are not in a fantasy world of which should be right. We are in the world of what is. And in 2025, colorism still exists. Racism still exists. It's instructed in all our construct, in all our system. We cannot talk about it because it has everything to do with how we function as a system. So understand you are built automatically in a system that depresses other individuals. And you may not like it or not, but you are. And you may take that and be able to strive with it. Or you may feel internal guilt because you're born built in the middle. But you got to understand that. But you got to understand also why black women and black people may not accept you into this system because you have everything to do with our oppression. You can't expect for us to accept you. You can't, it's like, let me tell you one thing that, and I don't mean to be as rude and foul, but some people need to see it in this way because no, biracial love, it does not mean anything. We're all humans. That's why I say we are not inferior. We are not superior over anyone if we cannot see past race, color, gender. Because we are all human beings, born in the same way, came into a pussy, leave out the same way. Created with sperm. Ain't no different regardless of your color or whatever. But the fact that we can't see that don't mean that we're superior over anything. But you got to understand what it is. Because my way of thinking does not mean anything. But understand what is. And what is. You are born in this, especially in the United States, because everything is based off of racism. We cannot talk about anything unless we add that to it because everything is based off. I'm tired of everybody trying to avoid the fact. That is what it is. We are a racist country, and that makes us very minute, minor, and unintelligent compared to everybody else because we have not moved past that fact. And I will say it bluntly and clearly, but understand where I'm at. And understand the movements that I have. And understand the reason why, as African Americans, as African black women, I cannot accept a biracial woman. Because you are still built with a certain privilege that I cannot attain. You are still considered acceptable. Guess what? For a black man to still be considered as black and down, but still be able to integrate into their society, their success, and their power. Because all men want power. And the only way for you to get power is for you to go ahead and integrate with those who have it.
Yeah, they use that stuff.
That's not what I'm saying.
I know.
So in order for a black man to gain power and superiority and feel like he belongs like the boys, he uses biracial women to get him there. Because they are more accepted in that community.
I mean, yes, there are black men that think like that.
They are. And we ain't talking about some. You see it.
I just said there are black men that think like that.
Yes.
I just said, I didn't say some. I just said there are black men that think like that.
Understanding that, just because of the color of my skin, how I'm born, I am not acceptable. But that's because of how you born. You are. So just understand, there's going to be a disconnect.
I get the disconnect.
And not only that, do a lot. Once again, you got to understand how women are. We like that stability. We want a man or whatever. So we will play into their roles. So just because of that, understand that no, we are not for you because we understand how women are and we understand you will play into that role and you are willing to once again keep us at a certain pressure for you to succeed. Now, Looney, I don't need your opinion because you're a man and you don't understand how women are. We go for stability financially. We don't like to sing it, but yes, we are here to attract men because of our whole makeup. We are here to reproduce our production. We don't even understand that our mannerism is to attract the opposite sex. So yes, if we gotta hit up I'm going to take that hit up.
Okay.
And just understand, no matter what, as a woman, we're all oppressed. But there's different levels and classes to it. And
Well,
guess
yeah.
what?
Intersectionality
My
is a
class
thing.
is always at the bottom. And I do got a right to feel a certain kind of way about anybody that's above me. And don't act like they don't use it to their benefit. But once again, I got a right to feel that kind of way. Because not only that, think about it. You're asking a black woman to look at their raped or incest child with love. Think about it. The original biracials. Okay? Nobody want to break it down to the simple fact that we were cattle enslaved. You're asking us to look at the children that we were made by incest or rape as one of ours. By our colonizer. By our master. And that's why we can't sympathize. You are women like us, and we do. But once again, I've been at the bottom too long. And I cannot sympathize with nobody else's pain because nobody else ever took my place and sympathized with me. Which you know what they did? They walked on my back and used me to climb up. I cannot do it no more. I understand my biracial people and how you are in between. But once again, you got a privilege I could never achieve. You got a chance to bring your family outside of the hood because you are acceptable to cross over to classes that I can't. I can't cross over the class. I am always the background because even if they want to fuck with me, I'm always that secret society. I can no longer. I have been sympathizing with everybody. Black women have sympathized with everybody's pain, and nobody has ever sympathized with us, and I am tired of it. And as long as I'm at the bottom and you are where you are, I cannot no longer empathize or sympathize with you. Because everybody contributes to me being at the bottom. Everyone contributes to me being at the bottom.
But black women aren't at the bottom.
Are we not? You want to say as far as intelligent, wealth? No, I'm not talking about that. We are wealthy, we are intelligent, but that's not the woman construct, and that's not the human construct. We are made to be as one, as a union. Black women have everything, and we're alone. What the fuck do you mean? Oh my God! Here we go.
Listen, no. Listen, can you just listen to me?
Yeah, listen.
Okay, because this is like I didn't interrupt you. I didn't say anything. Okay, what I'm saying is that black women have more to offer, have built things, have done things, and have really and truthfully not only brought not only the black community more than what we have had over the last 50 years. It's all because of y'all that we're still afloat. my thing is that it's not that that there's still not issues that we don't have, that with black women don't have, that you all still aren't struggling with. Nothing's perfect. And I'm not diminishing that, because it's just like that is a problem.
I agree, that's true. But listen to me, Looney. How often do we hear that?
Huh? We don't hear it enough.
Not at all. So guess what?
We do not hear it
I hear
enough.
from my best friend, and I understand it. But most of us don't, because we don't hear it. That's why we have this conversation. We're open, because I know that. I understand that. But do we hear that?
Huh? And the thing is that we don't have enough black men speaking up, protecting, and doing everything that they're supposed to be doing for the black woman. That's just what it is. Black men ain't on their shit. And I'm just keeping it real. And it's like the ones that have the appeal, that have the, you know what I'm saying, the privilege. Black men are so privileged within our community. We have to think about like just our own community as a one.
Because men are.
Yeah, men are. I was like, the black men are very revered in our community, because we have so many few good examples of one. And the thing about it is, it's just that most of our examples are one is what a black man can sit there and produce, and what he can bring, and what he can, and how he can provide.
But once again, that also comes from our colonizers. That's why y'all have to prove them wrong.
Mm-hmm. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just talking about just.
And me, I haven't been nothing around nothing but, strong black men. So that's also what is perceived. But we do. It's just the narrative needs to change.
Yeah, the narrative does need to change. And the thing about it is, it's like,
and we gotta take our part to change the narrative.
I feel like our community is changing, and the landscape of our community is changing. You know what I mean? And the reason I say that is because a lot more black couples are uniting and becoming together, and and really working together, as one. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And these black men are giving, the most successful black relationships I've seen. You know what I'm saying? Is where the black man is giving his black woman the room to do what it is that she, would do the things that she, to do the things that she's passionate about, and the things that she wants to do. You know what I'm saying? Those are the most successful modern black relationships that I see today in the 21st century. That's what I see. And because that's where we are presently. You know what I mean? And we don't have, because of how most of us, and how we see our, it's like, in how we see our relationships, is because we're basing them off of our, the successful relationships that we do revere in our families.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I revere my grandmother and grandfather's relationship. I really do. You know what I mean? But you know what I also think about? Who would they be, say if they got divorced? Mm. You know what I'm saying? Would I still be here? You know what I mean? I mean, there's a lot of different things that would be at play. What if there's nothing. I didn't know what you were handing me that for. I was about to light this back up. So now you want ice and you want some wine. I get it now. Anyway, what were we talking about?
Exactly. I ain't interrupting you. You did all that.
No,
talking about how you understand how if your grandparents didn't get together, where would you be?
I think about that. Because of the simple fact. Now, the one thing I will say is that my grandfather had options and he tried to explore those options. But, however, going to Vietnam overrided those options for him. You know what I mean? I joke with him and I say, yeah, Donald Trump took your spot. Bone spurs. Because at the same time, they were going to the Pentagon and trying to get out of it. My grandfather went back 5 times.
Yeah, well.
So, there.
Yeah.
Only son, drafted into the NBA, law school. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's like so many different things that he tried.
I think with black people, especially black couples that we don't hear at, we're giving each other time and space to heal. Because we got to understand.
Okay, there's something right there on the side. There's a fry right there.
All right. But we have to understand the narrative as well. And we have to understand that we are stronger together than separate. But we all need that space, that conversation, that connection to heal, that acceptance of us. To heal.
Yeah, I agree with you. 100%.
Black women need to understand that black men need to be accepted, vulnerable, and be able to speak freely and express themselves in the relationship. They need to go ahead and relinquish some power and let a man be a man. And black men need to understand how damaged a black woman is, and how they were have to made to be strong and protect themselves, because there's been times when there's nobody there to protect us. And we do want a king to be beside us as queens. Yes. But we need to understand that there's some healing that needs to be done, and we cannot give up on neither one of each other.
Exactly. Both of you need to understand.
And with that, we'll be able to then, as generation able to perform even with our flaws, we're able to build some sense of community as the generations go on. Because I understand, as us black women, we don't sympathize with black men a lot of the times. You know, we don't allow y'all to express your emotions because of how strong and hurt okay, to better explain it, I'm going to just sit here and say it, because to use certain words, I'm going to let you know how this is. Like, bruh, I've been fighting and defending myself sexually, verbally, and physically. And you come along, I need you to take care of that. If you can't step up, then what? But I got to understand that you're hurt and broken in this world as well. And you want to be that, but I have to also sympathize with your emotions. And we tend to don't. Because we're tired of carrying the burden. We just want to relinquish everything on you. And when we do that, it's too overbearing. Not including the problems that you have to deal with, because even though you're a man, you're still, once again, a black man.
Dealing with shit.
Dealing with shit. And told to be a black man, don't fucking cry. Don't give a fuck. Don't give a fuck about women. Like, I get it.
Don't give a fuck about shit. Don't let shit feel you. Don't have it on your sleeve. Don't do this. Don't do that. I was just like, you're strong. You can come back from this shit. You resilient. You can always do it. Don't worry about this. Everything's gonna be fine.
Not supposed to like this. Not supposed to do.
Bruh.
I get it.
Bruh. Can't do shit.
I get it.
As a black man, can't do shit.
But see, the one thing y'all haven't realized is, the one thing that makes us great partners is we feel a certain way. You can't do shit, and neither can I.
It's a
And every time I do shit, I get knocked down. Every time you do and overstep your boundaries, you get knocked down. You got little innuences where you can go ahead and be with the boys, like getting excited, biracial, white women, and you can feel a part of the club. But still, they will always let you know that you a nigga. I get it. Because no matter how much I climb, how much I suppress my trauma, no matter how many degrees I got, no matter if I have kids, no kids, marriage, no marriage, I'm still going to be a black bitch. So I get it.
right.
And the fact that whenever it's necessary, our color will always be the underlying factor. It's the reason why we need to form a blonde. So the color is not a factor and nothing else. And we need to be superior because unfortunately I'm going to let it be known. Human beings are not intelligent creatures.
Nope.
Y'all animals and y'all go off y'all instinct. And unfortunately, because y'all got a brain, y'all like to do certain things to deem that y'all are superior, but y'all are not. Y'all are very primal. So with this aspect of class
Yep.
and stature, it will always exist because we are social creatures, but for some reason, we always like to be superior. So no matter what, if we are all end up the same complexion, there will be something that will separate us. Because there needs to be some individuals that need to have superiority and feel a certain kind of way. That is within us. And I don't know what that hex came from. Because instinct and superiority are two different things that makes up the human beings.
Yeah.
And understand that no matter what, if we are all the same color, same class, same race, same social structure, will it always be something to divide for someone to be superiority? I don't know what that mutation has come from. But that is with us. And it will be always some way to segregate us. So with that being said, I no longer want to be at the bottom of this segregation. And I need my black men so we could no longer be at the bottom because it would not change. I have looked at history and within... Think of this. Let's think of it as very simple because I'm dyslexic and I break everything down to numbers. 1 + 1, 2 + 2. That's why I come up with all my theory. I want to think about it and think basic primal thinking. There's always a superior mammal ahead of the tribe that controls the rest of the mammals. Lions everywhere.
Oh, you're talking about like animals that live
Basic
in packs.
animal.
Packs, right?
Because
Like
we're
wolves.
social creatures.
Wolves is a good.
Wolves, lions, all of it. We're social creatures.
Yes.
There's always an alpha.
Yeah.
That's a superior. That's a
Superior male. For lions, superior
that's
male.
a superior system.
Yep. Alpha
with-
male. They all have an alpha male.
With animals, even with basic instinct. And I want to take it because, once again, I said we're basic mammal animals. We want to take it in. That's why I believe no matter what, there always going to be that type of construct between human beings, and I no longer want to be at the bottom. We're social pack creatures. Animals, mammals. I no longer want to be at the bottom of that construct because no matter what, there is going to be that. And I need my brothers. Because at the end of the day, we both are.
One thing about black men that gets on my nerves, as a black man, one thing that gets on my nerves about black men is that...
It's your role because I didn't roll.
Yeah, I know. I got you.
And I already begged for 100.
One thing I cannot stand is when black men champion the standards of white men.
I don't understand that either. But I understand the social construct and the... Once again, you got to understand the status and how...
I get it because of the
I get
simple
that.
fact.
No.
I get it because of the simple fact of who I was raised by.
Yeah. Strong.
Now, a strong black man. My grandfather was a boss. He did his shit. How in action though, it was very obvious that he set himself apart from his white counterparts. He worked with them. He's very friendly. You know what I'm saying? There was very few white folks that from his jobs that he actually brought home. His secretary was one. Mm-hmm. He trusted his secretary, Kim. Mm-hmm. She was the secretary for like over 20 years. Okay? Nice woman, nice white girl, whatever the case, like just what younger white girl, all that shit. You know what I mean? And she absolutely protected and loved my she loves my grandfather. They're still friends to this day. They still talk all these years since pictures or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure. I think I think her daughter's has married.
I think the problem is because they knew us as together is way stronger than us being separate. That has always been a construct, and that's what I think it is.
The one thing I can say, because my grandfather, people are usually, when my grandfather, would do these business meetings or whatever the case may be and bring his wife, because I guess they expected him to be married to a white woman. Nope. This beautiful black woman comes through.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who is just like, whatever. Because my grandmother is just, she's her own deal. She really is. Yeah. She's her own deal. Yeah. And I can't sit there and deny. Like
she's a black woman.
She's a black woman. And she's just like, she is a certain slice of black woman that you're just like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like she got that. She got it. Like her slice is what she got.
Like my mama.
You know what I'm saying?
Like my mama.
She's beautiful. She uses her feminine wiles to her advantage.
Yeah.
She'll flip her hair. She'll laugh and she'll smile. You know what I mean? She does very subtle things, and you'll just fall in. Like if you're a man, you're gonna do everything she says. Yeah. Sorry,
like
you
a
are.
Black woman.
Like she's beautiful.
Yeah.
This is like, oh, she's a grandma. Oh my god.
They can never tell. But I think that is the point, because with us together, we will be at the hierarchy.
We will be,
and that is the reason why
in those spaces, my grandmother, these white people.
Because I think about how black women and how nurturing and intelligent and also to compensate with the black man, and I could just see the concept and the social construct, and I understand.
My grandfather could not get ahead in his social construct without my grandmother.
Yeah, I understand that, because me as a black woman, I understand what I contribute. My part with a black man.
Exactly.
So I understand that.
And when a black man actually sits there and puts you there, highlights you, talks about you, does everything that he's supposed to do.
We as a union, because that's
y'all's a union. Woof. It's
us
woof.
As a union.
Woof. It's woof. It's woof.
as a union.
Woo!
Do you understand? Us
It's-
as a union is what they
Y'all
cannot
fuck with.
fathom.
They can't fuck. They can't fuck with.
And you need to understand that. You need
They
to
can't
understand.
fuck with it.
Cannot. Us as a union.
Union? Nope. They can't fuck with it.
I have.
They cannot fuck with it, and you know it. I know it.
They know it. And that's where the separation. But a lot of us are still brainwashed.
A lot of us. A lot of us are. I'm not. Even with my privilege, I'm sorry. You know what I mean?
We talked about it with my privilege and how I grew up.
Yeah.
When I initially thought of a black man, I am so ashamed to say I thought you were criminals, baby daddies, nothing, jailbirds. That I wouldn't have never been with a black man.
That's crazy.
If I did not learn the truth. By the way I was brought up, if I wasn't forced to be around just black people, period, I would have also adapted that concept. Because I was also brainwashed.
We were all brainwashed.
Oh, you gotta understand, we were raised by our coloners, taught by our coloners, put in a system construct by our coloners, and you expect that we had independent thinking. After generations of brainwashing? Boy, please.
When I was growing up, I thought of black.
Because even as I went to school and you would tell me I'm black and ugly, I still thought white was better than me.
Crazy.
When I could physically see that everything about me was better than yours.
Mm-hmm. Opposite with me. I always felt I was better than them. And the thing is,
My mom told me, but what my mom was saying what the rest of the world was portraying was not. I was always ugly and black with pretty hair.
please.
It went down my back. Nice. Black ugly bitch with nice hair. That's what I was.
Craziness. With hair at that.
I wasn't bald headed because my mom would say she was black and ugly and bald headed. I just wasn't bald headed. I was black and ugly with pretty hair.
Okay.
When women men would be with me, it's only because bitch you got pretty hair but you still ugly.
Bitch, please.
I told you about when me and my sister, we went out to chill with her, one of her best friends, and we was all chilling. Now my sister is Karma, and the other girl was light skinned. We went out to chill, like she had, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It was a date, a trick, and we all in the car. And we all supposed to be tricking this dude and getting his money and all that. And she turns to me and she said, well, I don't know if he gonna like you because you dark.
Bitch, what?
First of all, me and my sister, because we know who I am, me and my sister looked at each other and we gave each other a smirk like, sure enough, guess who was more into me?
The nigga, right? The nigga.
But he ain't into me. Mind you, so into me, try to get my number behind your back. Try to see me behind your back. All that. But you... No. But social construct will have me believe that just like it had her believing just because of my color that I wouldn't be basically have a man intrigued in me. But one thing you don't understand is with women, you don't understand anything about men because A lot of the times, they want power, but that sexual urges takes control of everything. And let me explain that to you. Yeah, they want that power. They may have you in the forefront. They may have you the head of the family for that social acceptance. But they will sleep with a black woman. They will cheat with a transgender. They'll cheat with another male. Because their sexual cravings, no matter of social construct, will always prevail. And no, what she didn't understand is she thought that her man wouldn't mess with me sexually and give me his money. But she didn't understand that she was a trophy. And he definitely was. And with me in life, I understood that a lot growing up with men. That it was always sexual in reference to that. I was always in the background while they had their trophy. And I used that to my advantage. But when it comes to colorism by our colonizer and with patriarchy, it's superiority. And there's a social construct that has to do with superiority. And there's no way that you can have superiority without that. Because how could you feel superior over anyone if they are the same as you? Doesn't work out. Because we all the same. So you got to have something that separates. I no longer want to be your separation from if you at the top of the bottom. Because, boo, guarantee, if you using me as a placeholder, a separation, you do not compare. You're delusional. And that's the reason why we all fall in this construct of this racial talk. Because you realize that you put people in a certain construct, social construct, that you don't even measure up to. And you can't fathom why those people are here, but you consider them there. What are you looking for?
And again, why are you screaming? I just said I want to hear the rest of the video.
I started my podcast. I am not screaming. Oh shit, I fucked up. It ain't no video. Oh, here we go. It's a video
biracial
now.
With the white mom is trending right now, and I just want to, dear black people, do you not see how? Being biracial with the white mom is trending right now, and I just want to jump on this wagon. Dear black people, do you not see how harmful this is? Like, do you not? Let me give you some examples. You don't know what it's like to grow up mixed. Because you don't realize that a lot of us deal with racism since day one all the time. And these are supposed to be with people that love us, aka our families. A lot of people on my mom's side of the family were Aryan Nation skinheads. I didn't know what the that was as a kid. And I didn't understand why everybody looked at me different, or why there was certain people in my family that just would never say hello to me or my dad or my mom because they were disgusted. And I didn't understand that as a kid. I didn't get it. I thought I had something on my face the way they were looking at me. You know how hard it is to nonstop be told, like, wow, you have your mom's face with just dark skin, with a look of disgust on their face while they say it, and not know why they feel disgusted to say such things? It's confusing. You gain a complex and you just don't feel beautiful no matter how gorgeous you are. You change yourself. I straightened my hair every single day in high school so that people wouldn't run their fingers through my hair or try to pull my afro when I walked in the hallway. Like, there are so many things that we did to adjust to suburbia. Or how about going to school with my siblings who are white and I'm not? And everyone asking me if I was adopted from Africa as a joke because I'm the only black one. You know how much that sucked? like nonstop being denied my own mother being my mother because of my skin color. Like, it was crazy. It's crazy. And then I get to college, and people that look like me all of a sudden are denying my blackness, telling me I have to say I'm biracial and I can't say that I'm black. And that's the first time your blackness was ever denied, because your whole life that's all you've been seen as. Like, you know how confusing that shit is? No, you don't. So being biracial with the white mom is trending right now, and I just want to.
She has a right to feel how she wants to.
Okay. So, yeah, being biracial and raised by a white mom is trending right now. Because our community see the difference between... Our community is starting to see the difference. We discussed this before, Looney, about if you are biracial and depending on who your mother is, because that's the nurturer, on how likely you are to come out, if you're more connected to our community or not. And it's starting to trend, and we are starting to look down on biracials that are raised by white people. White women. Preferably white women.
Yeah.
Because we're starting to break down the prejudice is with white women, and when they date black men, they do not want to be associated with our community. They only like the black men they want, not blacks. So we are starting to make fun of it, which is not right. But we're starting to also bring a light to, once again, just because a white woman messes with a black man does not mean that she's with us. And
I agree.
And most of the time they are not. They are not. And I said this before, it does not exclude a black woman that is with a white man and have biracial kids, because she could also be trying to whitewash herself.
Yeah.
But once again, that is not right. But we're starting to point certain things out.
I think it's and you know what? Yeah, we are starting to point things out among the black community and how we deal with, with biracial people.
Yes.
Because it's, when it comes to biracial people, I feel like within our community, it's just more of a case-by-case basis.
It's definitely a case-by-case basis. But one thing about biracials, I think with our community, and I'm just going to piggyback. I can't speak for all. I'm just going to kind of piggyback off of me as a dark-skinned woman. Is I don't have those opportunities to cross over. I don't have those certain in the windows where I can kind of be accepted and fit in. I am not the chosen. And even if a black man want to still be with a black woman, you get chosen over me. So it is not a prejudice there, but it is a certain reality that you do get to ride off of a certain privilege that I don't have access to.
And I have a question. Now, when you say that, are you talking about just as far as when it comes to black men within the community, or just men in general?
Men in general, but I don't care about the other races.
No.
I care about.
No, I get that.
My preference.
Yeah, no.
No, it's with everyone.
Okay.
Because even with white men, they love a black woman, but guess what? They can be with you and still be accepted. You cannot be with me and still be accepted and still have status and prestige where you want to be. Now, also, those type of women, because women, we search for male stability, financial. They also ride off of that. Me, even though I am not light-skinned, I ride off of pretty privilege. I understand that. That's what I got. So you got to understand that they also ride off of that.
And you understand that too.
I understand that too.
Yep.
But even